Alright, everyone, I have returned. So plenty of lies so far, but this part is true, I tell you. There's nobody in the left balcony seat, you've got to believe it. I don't buy it. Didn't seem like he's lying this time. Okay, Mr. O'Connor. Let's have you testify again, but this time don't spare any details. All I really care about is whether the seat was empty or not. Alright, let's continue. Second floor was deserted. Second floor was deserted. Won't you believe me? It's true, I tell you. I went out through the back door without anyone noticing. And all I had to do was go through the empty audio control room. It leads you to the hallway, so I was perfectly capable of moving the body. Got it. I detect a powerful sadness and fear right after you said that part. It's as if you said something you shouldn't have. Mr. O'Connor, it's you who is revealing your inner emotions by the way you speak. Plus, I have a good idea about why you're feeling sad. You said that you went through the empty audio control room. That's not true, is it? There was someone who returned from there once Professor Means finished his speech. That someone was Juniper Woods.
Take that!
I know you realize that there was a problem with your statement as you were saying it. That's why you felt so uneasy. If the audio control room really was empty, that would have meant that Miss Woods was roaming around the campus. Mr. O'Connor, if you really want to protect Miss Woods, just tell the truth. If you believe in her, revealing the truth is the same as protecting her. In this dark age of the law, the truth can be easily twisted to serve anyone's needs. When the end justifies the means, your only choice is to fight back with lies. Hugh's heart won't hold out until this battle between truth and lies. Hold out under this battle of truth and lies. There's something I could do to make him recant his false testimony? Mr. O'Connor, in deference to your valor, limit your suffering.
Hold it!
Hold it!
Silence!
Careful, prosecutor. Remember that shocking experience you had last time? Enough already, Mr. O'Connor. Miss Woods would have never wanted you to protect her this way. She values the friendship between the three of you more than anything. I thought so. He never was a genius. Sorry, but I already knew. All started several days ago. I accidentally learned that his parents had been paying good money for his grades. That's bribery, which is a felony. So the bribery wasn't Hugh's idea? My perfect scores were the product of cold hard cash and not genius. Even worse, when I confronted my parents about it on the phone. Juniper overheard me. Been living a lie. I don't know what else there is to say. Perfect zero. You. And so I still wanted to make it up for Juniper. Juniper disappointing her like that. That's why I wanted to clear her name by pinning the blame on me. She probably hates me now, so it'd be a relief to see me locked away. If you were trying to help her, then why did you testify against her? Was he trying to provoke us? Looks like we seriously misunderstood him in more ways than one. At that detention center yesterday, Juniper was in tears when she opened up to me. But the truth is, the friendship between the three of them is still rock solid. If there was something that could help me prove that Hugh... Prove that to Hugh. I know. What about the proof of friendship they mentioned? I wonder where or what it is. There you go. It's handmade and there's only one like it in the world. That looks like a sign of friendship, if you ask me. No, that's definitely it. That band around his neck. Mr. O'Connor. That band around your neck. That's your proof of friendship, isn't it? In court, evidence is everything. That's why the three friends created friendship bands. See evidence that proves their friendship. If they have doubts about their friendship, they can look at the proof they have on hand. That's why Mr. O'Connor's hand always goes to his neck when he is pressured. It proves he still has feelings of friendship towards the other two.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. They feel the same way, too. I know they wear their friendship bands somewhere. Robin and Juniper must both feel the same as you. I just know it. Everything Hugh has said leads me to believe that. In fact, he might also have just told me that the other is aware of their proof of friendship. All you have to do is think back to their testimonies. Ready? Miss Newman holds your arm when pressured. And Miss Woods holds your wrist. I know Miss Woods very well. She would never abandon her friendship with you over something like this. Taking the blame for her will only succeed in making her terribly sad.
Robin, those bands of friendship that you made, just for the three of us. You may have forgotten about them, but not me.
Hugh! Hey, Hugh!
And to think, I should have known better than to doubt my best friends.
Hugh. I'm gonna save Juniper, so yes, you can place your trust in me. The most roundabout trial. I much prefer the roundabout variety myself. Turnabout. Now we are back to the fact that there was but one suspect who lacked an alibi. Which is in the end the truth you've been seeking this entire time. So we're back to square one. Now I'm exhausted and depressed. Probably doesn't matter at this point, but I might as well update the mood matrix. Let's begin, everyone.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. What if our client wasn't the only one without an alibi? The trial would still continue, right? Yes, we have found someone. It may have seemed like a major roundabout, but Mr. O'Connor's testimony has cracked the case! There's no more noise. Hugh is telling the truth now. During the mock trial, the balcony seat opposite him really was empty. Which now means that there is one person unaccounted for. Besides Juniper, the only person without an alibi during the mock trial No! It can't be. I knew it! Besides Juniper, the only other person without an alibi during the mock trial is Professor Means. The balcony seat was empty. That much is true, isn't it, Mr. O'Connor? So basically, Professor Means wasn't where he was supposed to be during the mock trial.
Silence!
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor! Sure about that, Professor Blackwell? Prosecutor Blackwell, I should say. I know, and that's not in dispute here. Now let me explain how a speech could be given from an empty seat. It was pre-recorded. Bingo! There you go! What if the speech was pre-recorded? It's the only way the speech could have been delivered from the empty balcony seat. Yes, I am! I am accusing Professor Means. What? Mr. O'Connor, did you just say that Professor Means gave the phony recording to you? Phony allegations? I don't think so. You could have seen this development. The voice shouting Eric Garner, as recorded on this tape, was dubbed onto it using the line our client said in the mock trial video. Got that right, Your Honor. It is a very crucial piece of evidence. Professor Means gave you the phony tape. If that's really true, then Professor Means has guilt written all over him. Your Honor, the defense moves to call Professor Aristotle Means to the stand.
Silence!
Now! Sure about that, Prosecutor Blackwell?
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor! Well, we're not gonna overlook this oversight. If the speech was pre-recorded, the basis for suspecting our client would be shattered. Let's check what Professor Means and see whether the empty seat was a witness oversight. A verdict without first looking into what would be inconceivable. Agreed, Your Honor. Professor Means should be here in the gallery today. Witness, will you please state your name and occupation for the record? Aristotle means, I teach the lawyer course at Themis Legal Academy. Welcome any appointment, any opportunity to assist with the trial. I don't care for this undue suspicion. Don't worry, Professor, we're just interested in the mock trial video right now. We just need to take another look at that speech you gave. Can we count on your cooperation in this? Very well. We need to find some sort of evidence that shows that this speech was pre-recorded. Very well. I believe we're ready. Let's roll the tape. I should say let's roll the video. Let's begin, shall we? Good afternoon. I'd like to start by thanking you for coming here today. The mock trial, the crown jewel event of the school festival, will begin shortly. As a student, I too could heartily wait for this day to come. The experiences of our youth have a powerful and profound effect on our adulthood. You there, wake up, pay attention. Once again, our pure white Lady Justice will be watching over all of you today. Pay attention, you may make a difference one day. Now, let the mock trial begin. I mean, so one of our students with tears in their eyes. So obviously you're not familiar with the phrase for the tears. I wouldn't do that. Yes, I did, Your Honor. I did notice something strange about that speech. May I hear the last part again, Your Honor? Right there! Hold it! There, I finally found what we needed. Professor Means, I have only one question about your speech. Why does that last part we just heard contradict this? It's not white. It's gold.
Take that!
The professor said the pure white Lady Justice would be watching over them. But the Lady Justice in the video isn't even close to being white. It's as gold can be. I didn't say it was made of gold, Your Honor. Now, it's true that this statue is pure white, but it broke before the mock trial began. The one you see here is its replacement. Ironically, this golden statue sticks out like a sore thumb compared to the white one. Meaning, the professor wouldn't have had a mistake in its color if he'd been present. An oversight? I think not.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. The statue is in the middle of the room. How can you not know what it looked like? Yes, I'm aware of that, Professor Means. It previously was white. I'm aware of that. I'm not buying it. It's gotta be something that can prove that the speech was pre-recorded. According to the mock trial video, the speech started here and it ended here. See, that was around a 10-minute speech. A little over 10 minutes. It was a little over 10 minutes, but I doubt anyone wants to be tortured again. It was a little over 10 minutes. It felt like it went on forever. I can figure out how long it was. Bingo! The timestamp. A lot of people say that timestamps can't help solve cases. I disagree. Right there. Right there at the top right. Subtract the time the speech started from the time it ended. Yup. Speech goes on from the 10 p.m. minute mark to 20:35. Could have sworn I could swear I've seen this the same interval of time listed among the evidence. Maybe there's a way for me to use the speech time to show that it was pre-recorded. Wait a sec. I gotta see something. Right there! There's the timestamp. The stage setup photo. There's also something else. Got it. The voice print analysis. Right there.
Take that!
Got it. I'd like the court to take a look at this. The voice print analysis that proves the voice on the tape recorder belongs to our client. We did, but what I like to focus on is the noise that is also there. Yes. The defense believes it resulted when the tape's previous recording was erased. The length of the noise is what's important. It's 10 minutes and 35 seconds in all. What did the timestamp read at the moment Professor Means began his speech? Exactly. Now let's fast forward this long-winded exercise in boredom to the end. The video timestamp now reads 20:35. Based on this, we know the time it took for the speech alone. Subtract 10 minutes and you'll get 10:35. 10 minutes and 35 seconds. There you go. Right. 10 minutes and 35 seconds. Same as the noise on the tape recording. I assume you all understand what this means. Professor Me's pre-recorded speech had been where the noise is now.
Silence!
Yes, I am confident. Concerning the mere happenstance match of numbers.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. But is it really just numbers? The lab is continuing their study of the tape. So far, they have found signs of overdubbing. But it's going to take a bit longer to recover the audio that was erased. There you go. The police are analyzing the noise as we speak. It will not be long until we know what was originally there. Now I'm sure of it. The professor was trying to create an alibi with the recording. By pinning the crime on Juniper. Well, he's not gonna get away with this. Not on my watch. Yes. Well, aware of my methodology? Yes, I am. Even if Juniper was the perpetrator, I would vigorously defend her as per my word. And to that purpose, I offered to be her lawyer. Alas, look what has happened. All I stated are obvious deductions derived from evidence and testimony. Truth be told, I had no intention of testifying. I had been keeping quiet for Juniper's sake. But now that you cast this blame upon me, I have no choice but to reveal the truth. I will now reveal the truth behind why I had to pre-record my speech behind the mock trial. Witness testimony. Professor Means' testimony. The defendant came to me with what she had said was very important, and my necessity secret. She asked me to pre-record my speech and come to the audio room during the mock trial. Juniper confessed to the murder and asked that I get her declared innocent in court. She also said that I'd become an accomplice after losing my alibi due to the pre-recording. But when I said I would protect Juniper, I meant it because it's a humane thing to do. Meaning the defendant threatened you? That's an obvious lie. Juniper would never do something like that. Everything about it lines up too perfectly to be true. On the most consequential of occasions, let me be completely frank with you. Juniper has truly taken to heart my teachings that states the end justifies the means. I don't believe you. And I don't buy any of this garbage. He's lying. That is an obvious fact. When she asked me to defend her, she said I must also prove her two friends innocent. Her two friends, the witnesses? Correct. Robin Newman and Hugh O'Connor. I was to ensure all three walked free. All three would have achieved their dream. That was the result Juniper was seeking. And she was even willing to threaten me, her own professor, to the end. You no doubt had high praise for her ruthless tactics. There was a time when lawyers merely sought the truth if they wished for victory in court. But alas, those days are over. Now in the defense of justice, order and all that is good, the end justifies the means. I am getting sick of hearing that phrase. Though it truly agrees with me, so I must tell you this. Forsake the truth if it's victory you seek. Steel yourself with this new courtroom reality. That does it. He's gonna regret dragging those dismal, depressing ideas in here. Since he's already surrendered to the dark age of law, it's up to me to fight it. Prosecutor Blackwell, you're pissing me off! This is a court of law. It's no place for long-winded talks about idealistic principles. That's why I'm gonna let the evidence do the talking. It will not do to have you attempt to discredit my doctrine. Sure about that? No. Go ahead and rectify it. Only if I lose and you win, that is. We'll see about that. Humane thing to do? I don't buy it. The defendant came to me with what she said was very important and by necessity secret. She asked me to pre-record my speech and come to the audio room during the mock trial. Juniper confessed to the murder and asked that I get her declared innocent in court. She also said I'd become an accomplice after losing my alibi during the pre-recording. When I said I would protect Juniper, I meant it was because of the humane thing to do.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor! So let me get this straight. You were trying to help Miss Woods? Ha! That's nothing more than a bald-faced lie. No offense, Your Honor. Such defamation of my character and your hair follicles, Your Honor, is an outrage. Gladly, Your Honor. I shall clarify my statements. Of course, Your Honor. Now, please take a look at this. The witness gave this tape to Mr. O'Connor. Then he slyly whispered, "Take this to the police and tell them you found it." Did it out of kindness? I think not.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. The tape contained our client's voice. In short, it is incredibly damaging evidence. Why would it even exist if the witness wasn't trying to pin the murder on our clients? Nothing to say there, Professor? Just as I thought. They say the road to hell is paved with good intentions, but not yours. You never had good intentions, only lies to protect yourself with while blaming another. You, Professor, are the embodiment of the dark age of the law. Yes, I do, Professor Means. I do dare call your teachings and methods lies. Because that's exactly what they are! Proud institution? We'll see about that. Never forget what true education and learning means. Try me then! Go right ahead! Detective Fulbright. Sure about that? Professor Means, Juniper is not the killer. We already proved that.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor! Professor, you're the one who created the phony tape to put the blame on Juniper. Plus, you were the only one who could have moved the body during the mock trial. Too bad I already did!
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor! Professor Means, you really prove you had already gone home by that time? Miss Newman? Statues on stage. Do I want to know where this is headed? In other words, the professor was there on the stage after the last bell? It would have been way past 7 p.m. before he could have finished. There you go! Professor Means was still at the school? This is quite incredible, important testimony. The professor told me I'll take care of it. She thought her parents would have let me be an artist if I said I would, or if I made both statues myself. No! Not interested. Your testimony, please, Professor! Now! He's lying! That evening, I went back to my dressing room to get something I had forgotten there. That must have been the statue. It was well after the last bell rang. I'd say maybe around 8:30. So I noticed that both state statues were finished. They were quite large, and they were each covered with a white sheet. I could tell. The professor was there when the matter came up. Before I address the professor's charges, I have a question for Miss Newman. How hard would it be to complete a statue like that in an hour and a half? So it would have taken her 3 hours at least. One moment, everyone. Sorry about that, everyone. So personally, I think it would have been incredibly difficult to finish in that short a time. I won't let him get off that easily. He's bound to stumble on his own slippery means. Oh, I'm gonna take you down, Professor Means. That's the last thing I do. However, finish most of the other statue, between 7 and 8:30 p.m. The defendant Juniper saw the two statues with her own eyes at 8:30 p.m. Completing the statue so quickly means I could have not left the stage for a single second.
Hold it!
Hold it! Why are you in such a hurry? I do not accept the witness's claim. Fine. I'll accept it. I could see that Professor Means never left the stage. Oh, I'm not giving up here.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. The defense still has an objection. As I said, not yet. It's not time yet to quit. It's at times like these, when it seems like there's no way out. That's why you have to. Let's turn the case upside down. Instead of focusing on whether Professor Means could have gone to the art room, I should focus on how he could have committed murder without going there. And ladies, that's a real bona fide idea. If I accept the premise of the professor, that the professor was on the stage this entire time, the only other answer is that we got something else wrong. That's it. Every last one of us made a huge mistake. We were totally wrong about this. Bingo. Bingo! I know exactly what the issue was. The art room was not the crime scene. If Professor Reeds was on the stage the entire time, then he must be the killer.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. No. Just the murder wasn't committed where we thought it was. Okay, the murder was actually committed here. It was actually on the stage. There you go. The greatest riddle of this case has been how the body was moved from the art room. But if the murder occurred on the stage, that means the body was never moved at all. I'm aware of that, Professor Means. There wasn't any blood on the stage? Really? There was something on stage at the time of the murder that's now bloodstained. Right here. It's true, there was no blood stains on the stage floor, but there was something on the stage that did have a blood stain. That would be this, the school banner. No blood would have gotten on the floor if this weren't under the victim when she was killed.
Silence!
Pathetic attempt, you say? I disagree. Yes, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. Prosecutor Blackwell. Objection, Your Honor. Actually, the defense has something to explain that as well. If there was only a trace amount of blood on the school banner, then there must have been something else the killer used to soak up the blood. All you have to do is figure out what. This is what soaked up most of the victim's blood. Bingo. Right here.
Take that!
It's the governor's banner that had specifically been made for the school concert. Since it's on top of the school banner, the blood would have hit it first. It could have easily absorbed most of the blood, like a dishcloth. And only a small amount would have soaked through the school banner below. So it makes total sense for the school banner to have only had a little bit of blood on it. The governor's banner was like a dishcloth. Surely it was at least towel quality.
Silence!
Why would there be blood there if the murder occurred on the stage as you claim?
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. The blood stain in the art room was faked. How? I'll tell you how. All that was needed was something that could transport the blood upstairs. And that something was a piece of evidence we just finished discussing. The killer used this to bring the victim's blood up to the art room.
Take that!
I messed up.
Hold it!
Silence!
Objection!
I'm just skipping through the rest of this. There's something I messed up on.
Take that!
Silence!
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. I know exactly what it was.
Take that!
This! Garbage? I think not. It's only garbage because someone tried to destroy it by tossing it into the incinerator. That someone was most likely the killer seeking to get rid of crucial evidence. The killer used the wire to bring the blood-soaked Governor's banner to the art room. Then the blood was wiped onto the floor to complete the ruse. It makes perfect sense. I think the body was never moved. Exactly. The knot in the school banner shows that something was carried along the wiring. So if that's true, I know what I have to find. Something that was in the art room before the murder and then on the stage after. The object that was sent down the wire to crash into the statues was... Bingo. I know exactly what it was.
Take that!
The Lady Justice. That is how the statues got destroyed. Yes, I believe it was this statue that broke the other two, not Professor Courte's body. The unique statue you see on the right, that's the pure White Lady Justice from earlier. Professor Courte accidentally broke it while she was polishing it the day before the mock trial. But she used her own unique artistic sense and technique to repair it, as you see here. Nobody would have guessed that it was originally Lady Justice.
Silence!
Scrap heap relic, you say? Well, we'll see about that. Prosecutor Blackwell. You know why. But the fact that you won't acknowledge it shows how twisted you are. Lady Justice was moved during the mock trial. During that time, Professor Means was fabricating an alibi with his pre-recorded speech. If we consider the facts, the Lady Justice was moved in order to point us to the body. Professor Means used his pre-recorded speech to fake an alibi during the mock trial. He wanted to make it look like he couldn't possibly have moved the body. Moving Lady Justice was his way of pointing us to the body and cementing his alibi. Oh, I always take trials seriously. Fine then. Say it already. I'm waiting. The murder occurred the night before, but the body wasn't found until late that day. Late the next day. Countless students passed the stage till they met in the lecture hall for the mock trial. So answer me this. Why didn't anyone see the body that entire time? That can be explained. But it would have inevitably have been discovered. Oh, I don't think so. Sure about that, Professor Means? A fiasco? I don't think so. False charges? I don't think so. Nope. Objection, Your Honor! Objection, Your Honor. Objection, Your Honor. Juniper Woods.
Silence!
The one thing I'm trying to figure out is why would Professor Means actually kill Professor Courte? I have a feeling I know, but I could be wrong. I'm thinking that he found out about the bribery. Sure about that, Professor Means?
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. Truth will always win against people like him. All you have to do is take a deep breath and look back over the entire case. There's truth to be found, and there always is. You're sure to find it. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Prepare for your utter defeat, Professor Means. Let's go. Professor Courte wasn't killed in the art room. She was killed right where her body was found. We know that because there wasn't any time to move the body there from somewhere else. That means the body had to have been found somewhere else on stage until it was found. Let's think along these lines and see where it takes us. First up, when did Professor Means remove the body from its hiding place? Well, let's see. What was he doing right before the body was discovered? He was using the span of time his fake alibi created to move the body to where it would be more easily spotted. Therefore, the only time Professor Means could have removed the body from its hiding place was before the mock trial. Before the mock trial. No, that can't be it. You just testified that he'd seen the body before the mock trial. But it turned out he was lying to protect Juniper. The appearance of the body has to coincide with the time covered by the professor's alibi. Fake alibi, I should say. It was during the mock trial. It was during the mock trial, specifically during the speech. Professor Mays moved the body to an easily seen location during his long pre-recorded speech. The professor also moved something to the stage that wasn't there before. The professor also moved something to the stage that wasn't there before, specifically the white statue. During the mock trial, Professor Means wrapped the white Lady Justice into the school banner and sent it zipping down the stage with a crash, killing two birds with one stone. He drew attention to the body and made it look like the murder occurred in the art room. But was there anywhere to hide a body on that stage? Doesn't seem likely. No, there had to have been someplace. Wait a second. How about something that should have been finished, but was only mostly done? Something that was used to cover the body up. But it didn't draw undue attention because it looked like it belonged there on stage. And that way, no one would suspect it. there was a body hidden inside. What was already on the stage incapable of concealing a body? Bingo! The body was hidden by Wright's statue. The Mr. Wright statue was never actually finished. The body was wrapped under some cloth to hide what was really inside, cleverly disguising it as the boss's statue. Mr. Newman gave up on the Wright statue, yet Professor Means finished it in a single night.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. No, his so-called work of art deserves none of his praise. Our praise, that is. That's because it was only a facade to hide his real work, the murder of Professor Courte. He hid the body by making it look like the statue of Mr. Wright. With the body wrapped under a piece of cloth, it looked just like a statue. Preposterous? I don't think so.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. You never know until we try. Okay, Apollo. Time to turn me into a reasonable likeness of Mr. Wright. I'm gonna pose like the statue, like so. Now I want you to wrap me up in a cloth so I look like a statue. Statue's head is way bigger than the average person's anyway. That is me for trying anyway. But that's it. The hands. Bingo! Her arms were raised above her head, and there were dark bruises around her wrists. The marks around her wrists indicated she had been tied up. Oh, so I have both of my hands behind my head. See? This makes it possible to fake the spikes on the back of Mr. Wright's head. Awfully hard to make the projection pose like this. Arrow sticking out of the side. Professor Courte was murdered when she stopped by the stage to see Professor Means. But was it premeditated? Must have used something close at hand as who was. Show me those stage setup photos again. Bingo. That globe.
Take that!
There you go. I know what he used for the arm on statue, Mr. Wright. Don't play dumb with me, Professor. It's the staff you have right there. Objection, Your Honor. Objection, Your Honor. Fortunately for you, I can prove my theory to be more than a mere coincidence. To prove that a spear was thrust into the victim, all I have to do is... if it's a staff or a spear. Test the spear for blood. We'd assume the victim's jagged wound came from the arrow being forcefully shoved in. If the wound was from the spear instead, then we should be able to detect traces of the victim's blood on it. Nope. Not gonna happen.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. Surely you don't expect us to take lectures from you now. Now, I ask you in the gallery, help me decide the professor's fate. Gotcha. Prosecutor Blackquill, what has become of our witness, Aristotle Means? Can I ask what the professor's motive was? That is what we don't know. We don't know what his motive was, at least. Not yet. I eventually had to put pen to paper. It turns out Professor Means was the one taking bribes. Ah, interesting. The victim had suspected after a report from the class snitch. That letter to question him at length the day of the killing. Right here on the stage. The result, a heinous crime that was brought before the court. The fool, like Mr. Newman, had come to know of the script's contents via the victim's note. It seems he came up with a plan to stab the victim while her own all in order to make the killing look like the one in the script and thus frame the defendant. The scrap of paper with Hugh's name had the same mark as Professor Courte's planner. Same notebook. So it was him who was taking the bribes. It wasn't Professor Courte. The court finds the defendant, Miss Juniper Woods, not guilty. Court is adjourned. Well, everyone, that's all for today's case. I'll be coming back tomorrow to start on case number 4. Hopefully, we'll be able to finish that at a fairly decent time. Well, everyone, this has been a Sailor of the Sarah Death 99, aka the Black Cobra, and I will catch you all tomorrow.